Hello, and welcome to Redlands Community College, and welcome to this course, General Quantitative Reasoning. My name is Lisa Castle, and I will be your professor this semester in this online course. And my last name is spelled K-A-S-T-L. There is no E on the end of that. As a matter of fact, that's one of the questions on your syllabus quiz is how to spell my last name. It's Czech. I'm not of Czech descent, but my husband is. As a matter of fact, if you live in and around Yukon, you may have heard that name before. My husband's grandfather is one of the founders of the town of Yukon, believe it or not. And so that name is fairly well known, maybe not as much as it used to be as Yukon continues to grow. I am a first generation high school graduate. A couple of years ago, my husband was getting his master's degree, and at the ceremony, the MC asked for all first generation college graduates to stand. And it occurred to me for the first time in my entire life that I'm not only a first generation high school graduate, I'm a first generation college graduate. And that's interesting that nowadays we don't even think about that. But neither one of my parents graduated from high school. As a matter of fact, didn't finish much beyond the 8th grade. Now, my dad did go ahead and get his GED and get some college credit, so he was able to continue his education later in life. I'm also a product of the community college education system. I started my collegiate career at Rose State College. I went there 2 years and then transferred to Oklahoma State University. My bachelor's degree is from Oklahoma State University, and it's in mechanical engineering. I didn't use my engineering degree very long. I was only an engineer for about 4 years. But one of the things that happened while I was in the mechanical engineering school at Oklahoma State is I met my husband, and I met him in a course called Design Stress Analysis. Yes, it was that interesting. We've been married nearly 37 years now. We have 2 children. We have a son, Zach, and a daughter, Katie. Zach is a programmer at Tinker Air Force Base, and he's married to Lakin, and they have 1 child, Wilsey, and that's a girl, and her name is spelled see a spelling lesson, W-I-L-S-Y. Lakin had a friend whose name was Wilsey, and she loved it, and so Wilsey it is, and it suits her. Our daughter, Katie, is the sophomore theology teacher at Mount St. Mary's High School. She got married January the 1st, 2021 to Ryan, and they're expecting their first baby at the end of October. I have a Master's of Education degree from the University of Central Oklahoma. It's in math education. I've been teaching off and on for a long time. I started right after my master's degree teaching at Redlands Community College, and I did that for 11 years. And I say this is my moment of insanity because I left teaching Redlands. I was an adjunct instructor, which was nice because my children were growing up during that time. So part-time all that time. But I left and I taught middle school. What are you going to do? And I did that for 2 years. Middle school's tough. It's not only tough on the kids being that age, it's tough on the people who have to teach the children of that age. So I did that a couple of years, and a job opportunity came up at Seagate Technology, which was a company here in Oklahoma City that they're a disk drive manufacturer, and it was for a trainer. And I applied for the job and got the job. And for 13 years, I went from trainer to the manager of their learning management system. We had 50,000 employees plus 50,000, over 50,000 employees in that system. And I managed the team that managed that system. And we created online courses and kept that system up and running for the most part. In 2013, I decided to leave Seagate and do nothing. And my mother was ill, and I decided, I'll take a year off. And did that for a year. And in 2014, I decided I wanted money, wanted a little salary. And so I applied for a job at Redlands and didn't get it. But they offered me an adjunct position. And so I went back and started adjuncting. Can I say that? No. Math people don't have to talk, right? So I did that for a couple of years and was offered a temporary position that was full-time. And I accepted that. And a year later, again applied and interviewed for the full-time position. And so now I'm a full-time math instructor at Redlands. Besides my job at Redlands, I love to knit, of all things. And right now it's baby blankets. I've done 2 this summer, and I've got another one on the needles because my daughter's having a baby, my niece is having a baby, and my daughter's best friend is having a baby. So a lot of knitting going on. And I think that's about it from my personal life. I don't want to bore you anymore. But what I would like to do is emphasize 2 things about this course: Blackboard and email. You should check your email every day because this is an online course. And if I'm going to communicate with you, it's going to be via email. That's the easiest way for me to reach you. As a matter of fact, it's the easiest way for me to reach the whole group of you. So every week, Sunday or Monday, most weeks it'll be on Sunday, some weeks it'll be on Monday. If I just don't get around to it on Sunday, I will send you an email. And that email will detail what we are going to do for that next week. So what assignments are due, if you have a test coming up that's due, all those kind of things are going to be in that email. So please check your email every day, because if I need to reach you, that's how I'm going to do it. All right, so with all that being said, let's do a really short, quick demo of Blackboard. And let me show you how to get in there. I'm sure you've already been in there, but if you haven't, we'll do just a quick demo. Okay, so I'm going to share my browser window. Okay, so I have here the self-service window opened up. So when you go into Redlands Community College these days, if you look up here in the top menu, the self-service link is going to be right there. And when I open the self-service link, I'm going to see various options, and I'm going to select resources. Now, at this moment in time, these are not open in new tab links. They are links that open in the existing window. So because of that, I want to keep this window open. I'm going to right click on Blackboard, and I'm going to open that in a new tab. I'm also going to open my email in a new tab. So now up here, I have the sign in one tab for Blackboard. And on my computer, which you may also have on your computer, I have my credentials saved on my computer, so I don't have to type in my password and email each time. Now, if you don't have access to a personal computer that you can save your email and password in that computer, I strongly suggest you put it in your phone somewhere. It's the one item we carry with us everywhere. So put your credentials in your phone somewhere so that if you're at a computer that you don't have your password saved, you can still get into Redlands. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and sign into Blackboard. Now, at the moment that I'm making this video, Blackboard is not yet available. So I'm going to have to go to my courses and actually go to the fall of 2021 because we haven't quite pushed Blackboard out. I'm recording this before the semester actually starts. So I'm going to go to my fall 2021 classes. And I'm going to find my course. Now, obviously I have a ton of courses because I'm teaching a ton of stuff, but this course is Math 1303 General Quantitative Reasoning. So I'm going to open the course. And I've tried to make this course as intuitive as possible. If you find any link that's broken or anything that's confusing, please contact me. I don't want you to suffer through broken links or confusing content. So if you see anything that you have some confusion about, please just send me an email. All right, so this course opens on the announcements page. At the top, I have an announcement that's pinned. That announcement gives the times of my virtual office hours. So on Mondays and Wednesdays and Tuesdays and Thursdays, I'll have virtual office hours at the times you see here in this video. And to join those virtual office hours, you just have to click the Zoom meeting link and it'll open the Zoom meeting up and you can join me in virtual office hours. So if you ever need to talk to me face-to-face and you're not on campus and you want to talk to me virtually, that's a good way of doing it. Now, below this are the announcements for the week. Of course, the first announcement here is the announcement about this course and all the tabs and Blackboard, etc. But down below that will be the week 1 announcement. And as I add these week announcements, they will go above this getting started announcement, and you'll see those the first thing when you enter Blackboard. So if you want to know what's going on for the week, you can see that in the announcement. Okay, I'm going to scroll back up and then just look at the tabs over here on the left. And you can click through those. I'm not going to click through all of those. There's my Meet My Instructor with the same information with office hours and my phone number, etc. And then here's the syllabus link. You do need to click on the syllabus and read through that. That's important for you to do. And right below it is the syllabus acknowledgement quiz. The way that we have you acknowledge that you've actually read the syllabus is to take a quiz. Now, the first thing you need to do when you get in here is to get your MyMathLab access, which the instructions are in the announcements in week 1. And once you have your MyMathLab access, then you're going to be able to click on that link, open the quiz, and take it. The syllabus acknowledgement quiz is a prerequisite to everything else in the course. It's the way I get you to take it. Chasing students all semester long to get them to take the syllabus acknowledgement quiz is a lot of work. So before you can do anything else, any homework, quizzes, or exams, you've got to take this quiz. It's a prerequisite to everything else. Okay, I'm going to keep going down. Now I've got some of these items hidden, but you can still see them because I'm an instructor. I'm going to go down to the textbook. You're not required to purchase a textbook. It's not a requirement. As a matter of fact, this particular version of this textbook, I don't even think you can buy a hardback copy. You can rent one, but I don't think you can actually purchase one. The last time I was on the internet, all I saw was a rental, no purchase for this book. But you do get a copy of the book with your MyMathLab license. So again, on the week 1 announcement, it tells you how to get your MyMathLab access. With that access you get a free textbook, an e-text, and there's the link right there to the e-text. So when you get your MyMathLab Access, you'll be able to click on that link and open the textbook. I have the PowerPoints here. If you're interested in looking at the PowerPoints, I'm going to go to what's due when. The what's due when link is your schedule. So if I click on that, I can see the schedule for the semester. For example, week 1, you're going to be starting section 2.1. You're going to get your MyMathLab Access. You're going to read this syllabus and take the acknowledgement quiz. You're going to do the orientation. There's a quick orientation in MyMathLab that just helps you take courses in MyMathLab. And then you're going to start looking at section 2.1. Okay, I'm going to go back to Blackboard, and I'm going to go down and click on course content. And this is where the meat of your course is. So you have folders for each chapter that we're going to cover in this course. You can see here, you can click on that chapter, and there are all the sections for that chapter. So it has the objectives, the resources. I've created notes for you for this chapter. So if I click on those, it's just everything I could think of that you would need for chapter 2. Oops, wrong link. Oh, I have that opening in, oh, we got to fix that. She's talking to herself. This is opening in the same window, and I don't want it to do that. Go back to, I'm going to have to go out and come back in. Oh, how confusing. Great for a demo. Did you have to do this? We will fix that. She will fix that. But anyway, back into course content. So everything you need should be in the course content section, including a folder for your MyMathLab Access. So when you get your access, you can click on that folder, and it has all the links that you would need to get into MyMathLab. So the course home and the homework section, the quizzes and test sections, you can look at your grade book in MyMathLab. You have grades that are generated in MyMathLab and then pushed back to Blackboard. They only synchronize maybe every half hour. So your most current grade will always be in the MyMathLab application, and then it'll sync back to Blackboard. So if you take a quiz and you get 100 on it in MyMathLab, and you come back to Blackboard and you look at your grades, and that quiz is saying that there's no score there, it's simply because they haven't synced. So they sync about every half hour or so. Okay, so I'm going to back out of here and go back to course content. So everything should be there. As a matter of fact, I've also included in this area, if it'll open, links to the homework for that section, and then a link to the quiz. The quiz covers sections 1 and 2. So you might not take it after you just doing section 1. You might wait till you look at section 2 before you take that quiz. But you can also get to all this homework and stuff from Blackboard. So if I click on the assignments tab, so I'm in the assignments tab in Blackboard right here. If I click on the assignments tab, then I can see all the assignments for that chapter. If I click on quizzes, then that will be all the quizzes for each chapter. Each chapter has a quiz every 1 to 2 sections. And then tests. So all your tests will be proctored using HonorLock. It's free, it doesn't cost you any money. And I've tried to write and give you resources for using HonorLock. If you've never used HonorLock before, it's important that you practice it. Because the day of an exam, if you're waiting till the last second to take an exam, exams are due at 5 o'clock on the due date. It's important that you know how to use it. So there is an Honor Lock practice quiz on your test tab in Blackboard, and that is for you to practice using Honor Lock. So please take a few moments. I think it's 5 questions, and if I remember, every answer is true except one of them, and I don't remember what the answer is. I'm giving you the answers. So it's a really, really simple quiz to take, but it's important that you take it so that you can practice Honor Lock and be ready exam day when you're ready to sit down and take your exam and not have any trouble with Honor Lock. The nice thing about Honor Lock is that they have a great support system. And if you go into Honor Lock, there is a chat icon in Honor Lock, and you can chat with them if you have any issues whatsoever. And they're very, very responsive. They have a good help and support system. Now, I've pretty much gone through everything in Blackboard, but I did kind of touch on a couple of things that I probably should take just a couple of seconds on. You really need to read your syllabus. All this information is in the syllabus, but exams will be due at 5 p.m. All your assignments, both homework, quizzes, that's 3, that's not both. All your assignments, homework, quizzes, and exams may be done after the due date. So, for example, section 2.1 will be due August the 23rd. Homework and quizzes are due at midnight. Tests are due at 5 p.m. Why would she do that? Because I can't answer questions on tests, issues you're having at 11 o'clock at night. So they're due at 5, so I have time to answer your questions. Anything after 5 o'clock, it's going to be difficult to reach me, and maybe I'm not monitoring email, maybe I'm babysitting, there's something might be going on. So quizzes and homework due at midnight. Tests are due at 5 p.m. Quizzes and homework have a final submission date, which is in your schedule. You can do them up to that time with a penalty. Tests also have a final submission date. It's 4 days, she can't talk, 4 days after the due date. So if you have a test due on Wednesday, you actually can complete that test by Sunday at 5 p.m. with a 10% per day penalty. So if you take your exam on day 1, you can make 100. Day 2, the best you can do is 90%. Day 3, the best you can do is 80%, etc. So all this information is in your syllabus. So read over that so that you can get an idea. I also put all that information in the announcements for that week. Usually it'll say things like, due at midnight. If there's an exam, it'll have a big due date, due this day at 5 p.m., etc. All right, and I think that's about all I want to go through today. If you have any questions whatsoever, please either email me, give me a call. I'm in class quite a bit this semester. I have quite a few classes, but just give me a call and leave your number, and I will call you back as soon as I possibly can. All right, thank you very much, and have a wonderful, a great semester. Thank you.